All right, everybody, I am back with my last video of the day. It's my weekly TV show and movie update. I think I am going to stick to these coming out on Fridays, and so you can expect to see one of these videos every Friday with all of the TV show and movie news that I have gathered over the week. So let's dig in and find out what I have gathered over the last week. First little bit of news I have here, and this came from one of my viewers, that The Last of Us Season 2 is actually going to take a break in 2024 and will return in 2025. And it says the second season of HBO's The Last of Us will debut on Max in 2025, with production on the new batch of episodes set to start early next year. Max confirmed the release window for The Last of Us Season 2 in its one-to-watch trailer, which I did talk about in a previous video, which showcases new originals, returning series, and more on its upcoming streaming slate. The Last of Us appeared in its 2025 section alongside several other titles, including The White Lotus Season 3 and Euphoria, giving fans reason to celebrate. So I really enjoyed most of The Last of Us Season 1. I am looking forward to Season 2. Also, now this is a show I've been meaning to watch. It got a high rating, and I haven't watched this. This also came from a viewer. Twisted Metal scores Season 2 renewal at Peacock. Now, I was really impressed with the trailer for Season 1, and this is a show I am going to be checking out. I finally checked out Reacher this last week and watched the whole thing for Season 1 in getting, in preparation for Season 2, and I'll be doing the same thing for Twisted Metal. So it looks like Warner Brothers Discovery is making true statements out there. They're making their promises come true. A new Lord of the Rings movie will hit theaters in 2024 and will prove to be exactly what the franchise needs to continue its return to form. Now, that remains to be seen. 2024, that's a pretty fast release on a movie that is as epic as the original Lord of the Rings and even the Hobbit movies were. I don't see any way that they could get that out in theaters by 2024, even if it's late in the year. That seems awfully fast, and Warner Brothers Discovery looks like they're in panic mode, and they're going to be throwing everything they can at the screen. So the first trailer for Kung Fu Panda 4. I didn't know they were making another one. I have never even seen one of the other three, but it is ready and should be dropping soon. So they're making a fourth Kung Fu Panda film. All right, so there is a Knuckles TV series that is going to be on Paramount Plus, and it looks like it is a direct, not sequel, but a branch off of the current Sonic the Hedgehog movies. It's got the same type of logo and everything, so I do expect it to be a spin-off of that entirely. And there will be 6 episodes coming up soon on Paramount Plus. Now, this is interesting. This is going way back. Who remembers Demolition Man? Now, I personally have never seen this film. It never piqued my interest, but I may go watch it now. But Sylvester Stallone has confirmed in a Q&A that Demolition Man 2 is on the way and currently on pre-production status. That's kind of interesting. That is not something I was expecting to see. Variety is reporting that the show is over for Showtime as a standalone brand. As of January 8th, 2024, the Showtime cable network will be renamed Paramount Plus with Showtime and will add select Paramount Plus original series. Now, I wonder what this is going to do with Paramount Plus. As a standalone, I do have Paramount Plus. It's one of my most watched apps, and it's going to be interesting to see how this is all going to pan out in just a few short weeks. So for those who didn't know, there is a new Ghostbusters movie coming out, Frozen Empire, which will come out early next year, I think in March, and Sony Pictures has announced that Slimer will return in Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. So that'll be kind of fun. I'm looking forward to that film, and we actually have another photo that is going to be related to Ghostbusters Frozen Empire here in a little bit. So for those who didn't know, Disney Plus and Hulu are merging into one app. And it says that app alone is going to leapfrog Netflix on popularity and volume. That is coming from Deadline.com. And we'll see if that is actually true. It amazes me that Disney outright bought this and that they will own all of it and they're going to put it into one app. I'm not sure exactly when that is happening, but it will happen very soon. So Rebel Moon gets released on Netflix this next week, and it says the R-rated cut of Part 1 is expected to be released before the follow-up film that drops in April of 2024. This is an entirely different opening for the R-rated extended cut. It is supposed to be more action-packed and is supposed to lead off that movie into a much longer extended version that is going to fill in some gaps and probably be way more satisfying than the theatrical cut that is going to be released for families that is rated PG-13. So here's the other photo I wanted to talk about in regards to Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Dan Aykroyd reveals Ghostbusters Frozen Empire plot details, calls his character resentful. If you haven't seen the last Ghostbusters film, he basically abandoned Egon, and I wonder if that has something to do with it. They all kind of turned their back on Egon when Egon needed them the most. And I really liked that last Ghostbusters film, Ghostbusters Afterlife. I really enjoyed that movie a lot, and I thought they did a great job doing an homage to Harold Ramis, who did play Egon. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of them back in the new movie as well. So it's been a long gestating project, but it looks like Twister 2 is finally coming. And they said it's a separate story. It is not a continuation of the original film, but it's a real wild ride with some good, fun characters. So it says Twisters. The movie is going to be called Twisters, and the upcoming disaster sequel isn't continuing the original movie's story. So I don't expect to see any of the characters that were in the original movie. And that's a movie, I remember when my wife and I were dating, we saw this movie quite a few times in theaters. That was a fun movie when it got released. Now, for those who are interested, Variety, if you go to Variety.com, you will see their list of the worst movies of 2023. It is also important to note that Beverly Hills Cop 4 did release its trailer this week. So if you want to go look for that on YouTube, that is also available to watch. And it brings back the entire gang. So everybody is coming back from that original first and second film. And so it was interesting to see all those guys. Some of them are very old. And it's interesting to see them come back into their original roles. Now, Eddie Murphy himself does not seem to age. But the other guys have certainly aged, and it's going to be interesting to see when that drops on Netflix if that movie is going to be any good. And so Eddie Murphy is telling us that it is going to be a return to 80s movies and bring that fun back that has actually been missing from films lately. All right, so there's my update for the week. I will see you guys next week with my next movie and TV show update. I do appreciate the support. If you like the video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on that next video.